Interviewing is an art and takes practice. Preparing for an interview is the key to your success. So here are some tips from your peers and from employers who want to hire students like you.
I believe the interview is controlled by the student. I think you have to have strategy going into the interview. So the most impressive thing for me is beyond the personableness or the connection that you make with that student is a strategy. And the strategy is to show me or to prove to me with examples how you will provide value for our company.
When preparing for an interview, I like to research the company as well as read through the job description so I can customize my resume to fit perfectly with the company. That way, during the interview, I can show that my skills and experience are exactly what they're looking for.
I always make sure that my resume is up to date, that I've done my company research, and I've prepared questions to ask the employer, and I've prepared responses to the questions that I may be asked by the employer.
What impresses me most during an interview is when someone really takes the time to think through their answers. They're not just spitting out the first thing that comes into their head. They're really stopping, thinking of a specific example that really relates to the skills I'm asking about and gives me the situation, the actions that they specifically took, and then the results that came of the situation.
I try to learn about the company culture before I kind of go. It's the same thing as researching, so I know how I need to dress, the kind of attitude I need to bring, what I need to show them, what the company is exactly looking for.
I find out what they're looking for in an employee. I find out what the company culture is like, and then that way I can go into an interview not necessarily blind.
If I know somebody working for that company, I'll talk to them and network with them, find out what the company really stands for.
Knowing that a student is passionate about your company and your organization, literally for what you do, sends me a message that you are going to be someone who's going to work hard for this organization because you have buy-in.
One thing that comes to mind is my outfit, because I need it to be professional, but I also want to stand out. So it's important to wear something that matches, something that's formal and professional.
You want to look as if you're in a professional setting, and you want to look the way that you would in an office setting.
I think it's really important, once again, to make eye contact, to shake the hand and be firm, to use a little bit of humor if necessary, but to really connect with the person that you're talking to.
After your interview, send a thank you note to each employer you spoke with. An email is acceptable, but if you have good handwriting, you can send a handwritten note as well.
I think a thank you note is very important in the regard that it differentiates a candidate.
It should talk about the job. It should talk about why you're still interested in that job, how excited you were about the company, and thanking that person for taking time to talk to you.
I think a thank you note after an interview is huge, and maybe I'm a little old school, but I like a handwritten note. Email's acceptable, but I think it shows initiative, it shows they're following through and following up, and it also shows the individualized attention that you're giving.
In summary, make sure you research the company before your interview. Review the position description so you can articulate why you are the best candidate. Practice typical interview questions and prepare specific examples that demonstrate your skills. Prepare questions that you can ask throughout the interview as well, because that demonstrates your interest in the company. Consider how you'll make a great first impression at the interview. Select your attire, erring on the side of conservative, and remember to make good eye contact. Ensure you ask about next steps in the interview process before you leave. Make sure to send a thank you note to each employer you spoke with during your interview. The Career Center is here to help you hone your interviewing skills. Stop by the Career Center during our drop-in hours or schedule an appointment with a career advisor. Practice interviews are available during our pre-scheduled appointments. And check out all of our interviewing resources on our website.